I banned my daughter from her grandmother's funeral. My phone lit up with my daughter's name, and the second I picked up, she was already hysterical. Mom, the cousins are saying I did something horrible to Grandma, and now the whole family hates me. They're trying to ban me from my own grandmother's funeral. She choked on her words. I deserved to be there more than any of them. I actually showed up for her unlike everyone else. My mother had just passed, and now everything was falling apart. I'll handle it. Nobody is keeping you from saying goodbye. Before she hung up, her voice suddenly got calm. I knew you'd believe me. You always do. My chest tightened. Why did that sound rehearsed? I showed up at my sister's house the next morning ready for a fight. Teachers who doubted my daughter got meetings that lasted until grades changed. Parents who let their kids spread rumors got phone calls they never forgot. I always won. My sister opened the front door and stepped aside without looking at me. The house was dead quiet. My two nieces were sitting at the kitchen table with their eyes fixed on the wood. I pulled out a chair and the legs scraped loud against the tile. Tell me what you're accusing my daughter of. The younger one's hands were shaking. She took a deep breath and looked right at me. We went to surprise Grandma at the nursing home, and when we got there, the door to her room was cracked open. Your daughter was already inside. She paused, and I watched her try to steady her breathing. We were about to walk in, but then we heard her voice, and we just froze. Her eyes welled up. She was leaning into Grandma's ear saying, "Do you even know who I am?" and blinked twice if you remember your own name. She was laughing like it was the funniest thing in the world. A tear rolled down her cheek. Grandma started crying. She looked so confused and scared. She had no idea why someone was being cruel to her. Then your daughter held up a photo of Grandpa and asked if Grandma even remembered the man she was married to for 40 years. The kitchen felt like it was spinning. I gripped the edge of the table. Grandma reached for the photo and it slipped through her fingers, and your daughter just laughed harder. We backed out before she saw us. She wiped her eyes. We asked the nurses how often she visited. They said every week for months. I felt sick. I was the one who asked her to visit. I worked full time and felt guilty, so I sent my daughter to keep Grandma company instead. Her voice cracked. She had been doing this the whole time, and we thought nobody would believe us over you. I reached across the table and grabbed both their hands. I believe you. The older one broke down. We thought you were going to hate us. You protected my mother when I couldn't. I drove home with my hands shaking on the wheel. The front door was unlocked. My daughter's voice floated in from the living room, and she was laughing. It's honestly pathetic. I'm the only one who cared enough to visit, and now they're acting like I'm the bad guy. I'm gonna do a reading at the funeral about how close we were, and they can all sit there and feel guilty. I step into the doorway, and she notices me. She tells whoever it is she'll call them back and hangs up. So am I allowed to go now or what? I have to figure out what I'm wearing. You're not going to the funeral. Her whole face changes. Excuse me? I gave up my weekends for her while everyone else just sent cards. I know exactly what you did during those visits. She freezes for half a second and then rolls her eyes. Grandma had dementia, Mom. She didn't even know what was going on. If she didn't know what was going on, why did she cry every single time? Nothing. I step closer. Why did you hold up Grandpa's photo and ask if she even remembered her own husband? Her face goes white. Who told you that? If you did nothing wrong, why did you only do it when you thought no one was watching? She backs into the wall. Her eyes dart around the room. Then something shifts and she straightens up. You always believed me, Mom. You said it yourself. That's exactly the problem. I always believed you, and you used it to torture a dying woman who couldn't fight back. She shoves past me and knocks my shoulder hard. You're going to regret this. The front door slams so hard the hallway mirror cracks and a piece of glass hits the floor. Grandma had updated her will before she passed. My daughter got $1 and a handwritten note that said 3 words. I remembered everything.